here tonight because each of you is helping with our 2016 Plymouth campaign office. It's expensive, and we really appreciate all of you who bought tickets for the dinner and also gave extra money for this worthy cause. 2016, right? Yes. So tonight we have two things that we're going to be dealing with. One is the history, a celebration of the 10th anniversary of Plymouth Area Democrats. And we're going to hear from the founders of the Plymouth Area Democrats. And then, of course, we have Hillary. And so first, before we start anything, I'd like to introduce Brandon LeMay, who's the president of the Plymouth State University Dems, Student Democrats. Brandon, he's going to... We're all going to stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brandon. Brandon was our office manager in 2014, did a wonderful job at the headquarters. I'd like to take a moment of silent meditation. First, we'd like to honor our good friend and neighbor, Jim Aguiar, from Campton, who was a 5-term representative to the House in New Hampshire. Secondly, I'd like to recognize all the men and women in the military who are serving in areas of real difficulty and stress and danger. And lastly, I'd like to remember the Syrian refugees and everybody who is trying to help them to a place of safety. A moment of meditation, please. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce two of the founding members of the Area Democrats, Martha Richards, our first chair, and Deb Reynolds, who is our first treasurer. Martha and Deb.
We started when we were 10. Wow, what a crowd, and the excitement and enthusiasm, and welcome to all of you. So many wonderful, familiar faces who aren't on the dark side. It's great to have you here. So I hope you enjoy the evening. I would like to have people stand who have given a lot of civic duty back to our communities and to our state. And I'm just going to read their names quickly, if you will stay standing, and then let's have a great round of applause, please. Senator Andrew Hosmer. I don't know if he's... let's hold your applause, please. Susan Ford, Travis Bennett, Carol Friedrich, Sid Lovett, Bob Matheson, Kate Miller, Phil Preston, Lara Sappho, Catherine Mulholland, Terry Shoemaker, Ambassador Terry Shoemaker, Tink Taylor, Cheryl Shirley, who's the advisor to the Democrats at Plymouth State University, Jim Demers, who is the chair of the Obama campaign here in New Hampshire. Would you all please stand and let's give them a great round of applause and thanks. Thank you for your service. Sometime during early 2004, I approached Mr. Democrat, as we call him, Bob Crowley, here in Plymouth, about the idea that some of us had to open a Democratic headquarters for the Plymouth region. Bob agreed to bankroll us as long as we did the organizing. From the start of his bringing in a construction trailer parked next to the Hitchner building with a power cord and a porta potty, our grassroots support and enthusiasm was phenomenal. Galvanized by the dreadful Bush years, we had help from Sandra Jones, Ellen Fine, and of course, Deb Reynolds and myself. The rest was history, as we all know the outcome of the Carrie Edwards, remember Mr. Edwards? Campaign, but it gave us a new resolve to form a group representing the Pemmy-Baker Valley region. Thus, the Plymouth Area Democrats was born in January 2005, right here at the Common Man. Probably because of the free food and wine that we have at our stimulating meetings at the Senior Center, with Karen Stark's help, we really grew. Our first officers, and if you would stand, please. Katie Hedberg was our secretary. Patsy Kendall as treasurer, Deb Reynolds as vice chair, and myself as chair. And thank you all for getting us off to a great start. A hallmark of our Plymouth Area Democrats has been the Keep the Heat On event, which we had our 10th one in January. And it started at the Senior Center, bringing in some $3,500. That was Deb's idea. We were going to have the usual Christmas party that every club has. And Deb said, you know, instead of doing something for ourselves, how about in usual Democratic fashion, we do something for the community? And this is how Keep the Heat On was born, as a fuel assistance fundraiser for our neighbors in need. And this reaches 17 towns that are in the catchment area of the community closet. So we'll be hosting this again January 13th, thanks to Plymouth State University up at their dining hall, and again setting the goal of $50,000. So we have grown a lot in 10 years, and I'm so proud of this group. We probably brought in $250,000 so far now in 10 years, helping everybody. During these past 10 years, we have welcomed many elected officials, held informative and educational programs utilizing speakers from around the state. Panel discussions and debates have been held. We have had several chair people continue to lead us on as we continue to gain respect from the state party, elected officials, and area participants. After my 5 years, and please stand, Bob Lamb took over, then Paul Phillips, Lou Lieto, and now Joyce Weston, all wonderfully capable people. I'm indebted to all of you for keeping this wonderful reputation of ours alive. These leaders have ably continued to use our winning strategies of informative monthly meetings, and the free wine continues. We have had an amazing collaboration of everyone here tonight and those who are not here. We are an incubator for Democratic leaders in our area communities who want to run for office, as we did in 2014, and we're getting ready for next year. So as we celebrate 10 years of a strong Democratic presence in this region of the North Country, which I like to think we've turned purpley blue, we thank you all for your support and look forward to a lot of victories in the coming year. We're certainly starting off with a bang tonight, and thank you for coming. And Deb would like to make some comments. Thank you.
Wow, it's so great to see so many familiar faces. I wanted to, first of all, recognize and thank the Common Man, Liz Braley, Di Downing. I saw Alex Ray walking around here. Kaylee, Jennifer, you're wonderful. Thank you for your service, and thank you for all of your work on this great event. You know, there's one person to my left who's very shy and retiring. She never really says what's on her mind. And I've been coaching her over the past 10 years. You know, Martha, just spill it out. But I want to recognize my beloved commissioner, because I think a lot of you may not know what she has done over her tenure in our Grafton County Commissioner. And the folks from Belknap County will chime in here about the differences between Grafton County and Belknap County. So Commissioner Richards has been a huge advocate for issues involving drug and alcohol abuse. She was very instrumental with the Grafton County House of Correction. We have a fantastic Grafton County attorney, Lara Saffo, who's here, who's also been very committed with the Grafton County Drug Court. One of the most important things I think she's done that she deserves a lot of credit for, that we as taxpayers are extremely grateful for, is it was Martha's tenacity and leadership in the construction of a biomass plant at the Grafton County House of Correction. So I want to publicly thank her for her incredible service. There's two people here I have to recognize because they have been immensely supportive of both Martha and I over the past 10 years. This is Dr. John Richards and my wonderful husband, Mike Conklin. Please stand up. Now, we have a lot of great people here from PSU. Raise your hand if you are affiliated, work for, faculty member, administrator of Plymouth State University. Okay. Thank you. And students, thank you. We are so blessed in this community to have you as part of our community, and I'm so grateful that you're here. But I also want to make a pitch tonight. We need your help, everyone's help, because we're going into a very hectic election cycle. We will be canvassing, we will be having an office, we will be doing all sorts of things. The Plymouth community deserves to have quality people representing it in the House and the Senate. This election cycle is not about, I'm sorry, Mary Cooney, did you get recognized? I apologize. Stand up here. I was going to say. We are so grateful to Mary Cooney, who's been one of our House reps, for all the incredible work. And these folks get paid the huge salary of $100 a year plus mileage. So, and Senator Hosmer is supposed to be coming, and I was going to say the same thing to him. We need quality people representing us in Concord. And Grafton County Chair Sue Ford will tell you that it is not fun down there right now. If you care about public education in New Hampshire, if you care about post-secondary education in this state, if we want our great PSU students like Travis, like Brandon, not to have to come out of PSU with thousands of dollars of debt, we need you to help us. So whether it is to drop off food, canvass with us, whatever it is, you don't have to commit, hours and hours of time, but Joyce Weston, our great PAD chair, all of us, we welcome you to our table. Our next meeting is